Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, feel at home. No, seriously, feel at home. Feel free to engage, comment, it's a safe space. And if you've been part of this family, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys. So today, as you've seen by the title of this video, I'll be talking about being a model during an epidemic. So yeah, first of all, I'll just start by addressing the background noise. If you hear any car sounds, excuse me, if you hear any car sounds, motorbike sounds, just know that I live right by a very busy road, so apologies for that. And yeah, corona, guys, covid, yeah, rest in peace to all the souls who've lost their lives because of corona. Sure. It's a hard one, guys. It's a hard one. It's very close to home now. People are starting to take it a bit serious. Some people are still very much unaware of it, or they just choose not to be cautious. And it's still very, very sad. So guys, if you're watching this and you don't wear a mask when you leave your house, nothing cute about that. If you're hosting parties at your place, there's nothing cute about that. Like, there's nothing cute about being irresponsible. You're literally putting other people's lives in danger, and that's just being selfish. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, straight into it. I don't know how many breakdowns I've had. I've lost count since the lockdown started, and I've lost count. I've lost count of how many, like, life feels like a roller coaster. I've always used this the saying that life is a roller coaster, but right now it definitely feels like a roller coaster. So some days I feel very hopeful, energetic, and very positive, very lively. I don't skip meals, I eat my breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. Sometimes I'm literally binging on junk food. That's all I have. And then I get to be very hard on myself, and I try exercising. I'll be like, day one of exercise. I don't know how many times I've said that. Day one of exercise. Because exercising wasn't part of my lifestyle before, So now, during this epidemic, I've found it as one of the things to keep me busy, I'm not gonna front and act like I love exercising, no. But I must say, it's one of the things I've ran to during this epidemic, and it has helped me. At some point, I'll exercise and I'll feel really good about myself, and I just feel better about a lot of things all of a sudden. And sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. I went from aerobics to yoga. Yay. Listen, I could probably get a good certificate right now of being a coach, like an exercise coach. Anyway, so yeah, with modeling, I've been modeling since 2012, on and off, and sometimes some years I'll do it for I'll be like, okay, I'm doing this as a full-on career, nothing else. And sometimes I'll just do it as a freelancing, like a part-time sort of thing. but I really love it. Like, modeling is my thing. I love it. I've tried to like do other things, which is not a bad thing, uh, but I've always found that at the top of my list is modeling. I like, it's my first love. I always return to it. We have this weird relationship. I have a weird relationship with modeling where I'm just like, I'm done with it. I don't want to do it anymore. And it's always because of like struggles I come across, and I always find myself back to it. Always find myself back to it. But during this epidemic, no, it's been hard. I mean, 2020 started really well for me. I booked a job and I was just so excited about it. I was like, oh my god, 2020 is going to be so great. I mean, if this is how it's starting, it's going to be crazy great. And yeah, things just took a corona turn. And so like a day before, so my boyfriend stays in Durban. I stay in Johannesburg. We have a long distance relationship. And so before Corona, I had planned to go to Durban, come to Durban. And so we had to fast forward the plans because of Corona. So he came and picked me up, I think, a day before lockdown. And when the lockdown started, I started lockdown in Durban. My agent is all the way in Joburg, and they don't have a branch in Durban. So when lockdown started, okay, we weren't auditioning, we weren't doing anything for that month because no one knew where they stood with the whole Corona thing. And then after that, like I think a week into level 5, my agent started sending me castings, and I was just like so scared to send any self-tapes, you know. I was like, okay, I'm down in Durban, that means I'll have to travel to Joburg if I want, say, if I get a call back for a certain job they sent me. And it was just so difficult. So it was just difficult, but then I finally got the guts to communicate that with my agent, and luckily enough, they understood. It was more of like, you know what, we get it. Just send, when we send you briefs and you feel like it's something you would like to be part of, just send us self-tapes and we'll send them through, and yeah, and see how it works out, you know. So if I do book a job, then I'll eventually have to go back to Joburg, and I'll have to practice all the safeties as well while at it. So I know it's a very difficult time for a lot of people, and like a lot of people don't know how to go about a lot of things. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just pray for the best and you wish for the best. And it hasn't been easy because I'm a person who struggles with anxiety and depression. So yeah, those low days, you somehow manage to pick yourself up and find something to do, find, you know, or you deal with the emotions, but you know, like, yeah, it's just difficult. I don't know how to explain it and like put it in words for someone else to understand, but yeah. So now being a model through a pandemic is literally just submitting self-tapes and hoping for the best. And for me, when I travel all the way that side, not to catch this thing, I mean, I've been very cautious at home. When I go out shopping for essentials, I'm careful. I wear a mask, I sanitize, and my anxiety doesn't help because I come back, everything has to be sanitized, you know, like I'm very anxious about everything. But I guess this is our new normal, and we somehow have to like adjust and be able to deal with what we are given. And yeah, the reason I made this, I just feel like there's other models out there who probably are having breakdowns, even if you're not a model, but somehow you can relate to having a breakdown every 3 days or so, you know. Yeah, just remember, guys, to be gentle with yourself. That's one thing I told myself when this year started. It's a very hard thing, but you just have to keep practicing it, you know. You have to keep practicing it and just reminding yourself that some things are just beyond your control and there's nothing you can do. And just deal with your feelings when you're feeling that way, because I find that if I like postpone them or bottle how I'm feeling at the moment, like I try to find something positive to look out for or be positive in a certain way, like then I'm pushing down my emotions. Every time I press down my emotions, when they come back in like a very overwhelming way. So I found that to just deal with what I'm dealing with at that moment. If I feel like sleeping all day, that's what I'm going to do. I'll be sleeping all day. After all, there's nowhere to go. And if I feel like crying, that's what I do. I cry. If I feel like reading a book helps me at that moment, that's what I do. And yeah, and then I just hope that 2020 will get better as we go. And I can only imagine being on set during these times, like how that works, you know. That's another thing that makes me anxious. Like, okay, if I book a job, how am I going to deal with that? But then somehow I find ways to like tell myself I'll deal with that when I get there, you know, like when I cross that bridge, that's when I'll deal with it. But yeah, it isn't much. If you probably expected like ways, or like I don't know, like if you expected more on how to be a model during a pandemic, I literally have no answers for you, but to just do what your agent suggests as well. But if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it at all. In terms of sending self tapes, and keep practicing your craft. And I found that people have started creating the best way they know how. If you feel like that will help you, that's something you should do, like to continue keeping sane and building yourself. So yeah, for me, books is how I keep sane, and also just sending, and also knowing that you don't have to like send a self-tape for every audition they send you. That has also helped me to say, okay, no, this is not for me, and I am not going to like press myself to do it, you know. So yeah, just be easy on yourself and remind yourself that things will get better. So yeah, guys, that's all from me. See you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. My tea is finished now, and that's ginger. I'm always chewing on ginger. I don't even care about my breath anymore. I'm just like, hey, it's better to be safe than not safe at all. I don't know, but yeah, I've always liked ginger. So, but I wouldn't just chew on it. At least I'll like blend it into something else. But now I see myself using it a lot for my tea, for just water, you know, just trying to keep the immune system easy, just trying to keep the immune system strong. Just trying to keep the immune system strong as possible. Yeah, guys. But yeah, it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscription button and comment. It's a very safe space. How have you been dealing with this pandemic in your field of work? Whatever you do, be it media, essential work, whatever you do, like, you can just tell me. Maybe I'll get tips as well and know what to do as well with certain things. So yeah, like I said, this is a safe space. Share so we can learn from each other. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.